party is in power, they're always in control. That's why right now Israel is happy. They successfully got the U.S. to jump into their fight, and they wouldn't have had it
See if we
any
can
other
get this
way.
dub,
Now
baby.
Iran is threatening U.S. soldiers, U.S. citizens, and the U.S. President Donald Trump, who can now take credit for making the decision to directly involve America into this drama in the Middle East. The UK already said they had nothing to do with the attacks. They're trying to separate themselves, which is also interesting. And everybody is still sitting back waiting, anticipating Iran and their allies' next move. Let's go ahead and get the conversation started. Tell me what you think about this below. Gotta send a shout out to Price. I appreciate you, Price, for all of your support for the channel. You can show your support as well. The link to PayPal is below. Ladies, fellas, want a balance analysis, want the truth from a woman's perspective? Then you're going to want to subscribe to this channel. And don't forget to like and share.
Hey man, say man, the boy real to real. Make sure y'all get y'all tickets for that Scat Pack wide body, man. Make sure y'all subscribe to the channel, join up, and let's keep this thing going, man. First off, today, man, we're going down here to Allstate Transmission. Going down here to my guy Matt. Honestly, bro, I I know a lot of people want me to just take my cars here, take them there, take them here, take them there to get fixed. But some stuff I off experience, I be knowing exactly what be wrong with my vehicles and stuff. Like, uh, the other day I was trying to get the cutlass ran, and it was a fail. It was an epic fail. I mean, honestly, I know that it's the fuel pump. It's not getting fuel because the actual fuel filter that I got in between the actual line that goes up into the carburetor is bone dry, and it won't fill with no type of gas, no nothing. So no gas can come out the carburetor unless some fuel is getting up to the carburetor. And the car is not going to fire over. That's why when I put the gas in it, it cranks right up. So that means that it's getting all the spark that it needs. It's just not getting fuel. Now, you guys, I know a lot of people be saying, hey, we hear this, we hear that, but that's not my.
I ain't holding no hands, you understand? I ain't babysitting. You got today, and today only, to show me who and what you're made of. You don't like narcotics? Get the fuck out of my car, go back to the office, get a nice pussy desk job, you know? Chasing bad checks or something, you hear me? You hear me? You hear me?
It's a stadium so big you can easily spot it flying into Dallas-Fort Worth for a game. This is AT&T Stadium here in Arlington.
All right, let's get this shit cracking.
We've got ourselves a fight in this one to get back above 500. Week 3 is underway. He fields it from the 8.
What the fuck was that
way
shit?
back on that return, not even up to the 10, but inside at his own 9-yard line.
If I was a dealer, you'd be dead by now, motherfucker. You turn shit down on the street, she brings your wife a Chris like, what the fuck is wrong?
And hello and what is up, friends? My name is Alex and I would like to welcome you to what is now my best indoor grow so far. And now, if you like what you're seeing here, please give this video a thumbs up and subscribe if you haven't already, because by the end of this video we're going to start on our second season and you don't want to miss out on that grow. When it comes to the equipment that I'm using on this side of the grow,
The Cowboys signaling for their first time out. And after using an early one, 2 left for him to spend.
I have this light paired with the Moist Hydro Ad Light in order to give my plants supplemental UV, IR, and deep red spectrums, especially in flowers. These supplemental light bars will only come on for 1 hour on their
All right, let's get this show on the road. It is 1st and 10.
4x6 cable underneath this light
Give now to the running back. And he'll get this up to the 19-yard line as he stopped.
You know you love some of my buzzwords, kid. I know you do. And this one was about will power. He got the rock a long way from the chains and put his teammates on his back for a heck of a run. Great try at that first down.
First tone of the game for James Cook. Good gain out past the 30. And what a hit there. Ouch, she pays the price for moving the chains that time.
That's certainly a spot where you could be more aggressive, Kate, if you wanted to take your shots. But some coaches, even the bolder ones, will take the safe play first when they get it from time to time. No third down required now.
They'll run here on first down. And they'll bring him down after a pretty short gain. 3 yards on the first down play, and that brings up 2nd and 7.
Okay, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
From the 33 on 2nd down.
Good dude.
His first throw is an interception.
Hung up in the air too long.
And the Seahawks have an early opportunity after the interception on the game's first series. Wow, what an exciting start to this game, Brock. Apologies to the former QB in you. It's not an opening drive touchdown, but an interception instead.
Yeah, exciting for one side. That would be the defense. Demoralizing for the other side as an offense. First salvo, listen, it goes to the defense. And now it really sets the stage for what I love and what you love, Kate. In this game of adjustments, in the game of back and forth, who's going to respond next?
And he only manages one. Couple of defenders there to bring him down.
I think one thing you learn, Kate, when you transition from college to the NFL, not every run is going to be a big play. Some of them, well, they're just destined to end in a minimal gain, and some of them will set up that critical play action for later.
Here we go, 2nd and 9. That's caught at the 4. And he drives this forward to the 6. They rip off a big chunk of field, and it sets them up with 1st and goal.
You know what I like about that, Kate? I like that they're not coming out slow. They're willing to go with some looks here that will yield big yardage down the field instead of just settling for dinking and dunking the ball.
They've set themselves up well for an opening drive touchdown here, Brock. It's 1st and goal. And off to Walker from the gun. Reaches the end zone. Touchdown, Seattle. The Seahawks pick it off and get points on the ensuing drive. Kenneth Walker, the touchdown. That one splits the uprights. And the Seahawks will jump out to a 7-0 lead. The kicking team ready for the Seahawks, and forward they run to send it away.
Oh, shit.
Oh, and the kicking team's got it.
Kid, I know what you were waiting for and what I was waiting for, and that was that official to raise his hand. I think we all assumed that was going to be taken to the house. It wasn't, but it could be in pretty short order because this offense now set up for some serious success.
The return couldn't quite finish it off, Brock, but the offense sure can as they begin here, 1st and goal. Fakes the handoff, now to throw. Oh, he got free. He's on the move. And he just hooks this one away. Wasn't going to risk a throw or force something.
Fuck out of
Brings
here.
up 2nd down.
Look at how well the coverage held up on that play. Even as the QB escapes the pocket and buys
giving
extra
up the
time in
game
secondary,
like that.
they got real sticky, stay tight, and force the throw away.
Lucky motherfucker.
So after the incomplete pass, here's 2nd and goal. Off the play fake, he'll throw. Bails out of the pocket quick. Almost had 6, but can't find him in the end zone. Incomplete.
Oh, that is such a bummer. A dropped touchdown right in the end zone. We're going to see how quickly he can flush this one. He better, because they got to make it impact later.
Walker. And the defense was ready. They got him at the line. Held to no gain on the run, and that brings up 4th and goal.
Well, this defense simply outplayed the offense here in these first 3 downs. And now they put this offense in the unenviable position of deciding what to do on 4th and goal. In that close, kicks have to be automatic. That won't stop the head coach, though, from holding his breath for a couple seconds until he sees it's up and good.
Tighten up.
The kicking team ready for the Seahawks, and forward they run to send it away. That's going to be taken in at the 8. And the return sets them up just beyond their own 20. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10.
In order to help the transition from indoors to outdoors. And in case you're wondering what I said from start to finish, at first
Blown back in the backfield, and he gets the handoff. And he'll scurry forward for a pickup of 3.
You know, they got some positive yards. That's a good thing. But too many plays like that, it just is too hard to pile together, get 1st downs against the better defenses in this league.
Another carry for him. That's good room at the 35. Down the sideline to the 45. And he's all the way down to the 36. They get 40 on the big hitter. And it'll be 1st down, Dallas. Straight ahead, here's Cook. And he gets leveled just before he reaches the marker, and that hit prevents a 1st down.
Well, that doesn't net a 1st down. You get yards like that in the run game, you will take it in the NFL.
Nice spot here for the offense. It's 2nd and 1. Hand off to the back. And they bring him down after the play reaches the 26. Working quickly here. Changing things up. They're going to throw now. They're able to drop him. And the big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up.
Come on, fellas.
Sometimes I wish everybody could feel what that feels like. When you're a QB and you just feel the air in the pocket getting sucked out and you know there's no escape, it can be just one heck of a deflating feeling. Not for that defense who puts a sack on it.
And he just got it away before the hit, but the pass winds up incomplete. It's going to be 3rd down. First time this game they've looked to him. And things look tougher now with 3rd and long. He'll throw it. Complete beyond the marker. And he gets this down to the 13-yard line. So 3rd and 16, no problem for them as they get the first.
You know, Kate, you'll find teams go to this crossing route concept sometimes a dozen times a game. And a lot of times it's for shorter yardage, but sometimes things break in the right coverage for a much bigger impact play, just like that.
A flag's down as he stops. Looks like this one's on the offense.
Can't win like that.
What product I'm talking about, which I did really like to use on the pest preventative lineup. And other than that, I think
shotgun snap, they're gonna throw. Brought in close to the 8. And they get this down to the 7-yard line.
If they get a handful of these types of plays per game, the pass game coordinator is going to be one happy camper.
After a good pickup, they've got 2nd and 4. Shotgun handoff now to Cook. And he gets them a little closer to the end zone, down to the 6. Just 2 yards there on the carry. They're going to need another 2 now on 3rd down.
You know, Kate, I like to call these body blows. Body blows. You got to be committed to running the football. Even if it doesn't move the chains, I guarantee you that wear and tear will pay dividends later.
Here he is to throw on 3rd and 2. Gets it towards the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Yeah, that's one that's going to haunt him. There's just no question about it. A drop touchdown in the end zone. Now comes the mental toughness part of it. You got to flush that play quickly so you can make an impact later.
And by the way, not all of the
offense still staying out after the incompletion. They're going to try on 4th. Looking to the air here. And it's going to be incomplete. Couldn't connect to extend the drive. So the defense rises to the challenge and gives the ball back to their offense. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. First play of the drive. Here's Walker. And that's good yardage with a new set of downs.
Offensive coordinators tell us all the time, big runs only happen with coordinated efforts. Great block in the spring of guys hitting blocks downfield and a back who can show off his wheels.
And they've got themselves another 1st and 10. Throwing now off play action. Complete to DK Metcalf. And that's good yardage there with a new set of downs to boot.
I love throwing on 1st down. And when you see a 1st down pass just like that, it's taking advantage of a matchup you plan for and you go out and execute it.
Walker on 1st down. And he drives that front backward on a gain of 4.
He'll expect more from himself on those type of plays, but there is nobody that's going to complain about that one. If you can do math, 4 plus 4 plus 4 equals a 1st down.
This is Walker on 2nd. Past midfield to the 45. Down the sideline into the red zone. All the way, touchdown Seattle. The Seahawks hold a 16-point lead in the first. Kenneth Walker, the touchdown. Wow, just sensational speed from the back that time, Brock. He found a seam, got through it, and he was gone.
You know, it's one thing, Kate, to have singles hitters, right? And you love those, and you appreciate guys that can get on base. But it's the home run hitters that are the difference makers, and what a big-time effort.
The kicking team ready for the Seahawks, and forward they run to send it away. The return starts at the 18. And he's going to make this to the 28 before going down.
Damn myself. At least get this 7 on the board.
Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10.
Being that this is a light bet situation, it would be the opposite if you did not want to get the water.
Plowing up the middle. And he won't salvage that. It's a loss on the play.
Well, he was supposed to be the one who chipped away a few and got a new set of downs started right in rhythm. Instead, he's now forced to pick himself from behind the line thanks to a great effort defensively.
And one thing that I did notice is that a couple of strings were more ahead in time than others.
Back to the line they go. It's 2nd down.
And some would finish a little later on. This is something
Right up the gut. And he'll get this up to the 29-yard line. A nice pickup of 6. That's going to bring up 3rd down 9. That's the end of 1, and yikes, things looking a little out of hand already. 17-0 is our score. Back to AT&T Stadium in just a moment.
However, this one's here and that, so it's kind of like a big deal. We keep these as dry as possible. Some of them needed a little bit more time, flour to finish up.
Ooh, 39. That ain't what I want to do on 39, baby.
Harvested all at once, with the exception of
2nd quarter all set to begin, and it'll be Cowboys football. They start out with a 3rd and 9. Here's a throw. Splits a couple of defenders and completes it. And he'll push this upfield and earn them a new set of downs.
Every time I see one of those angle routes, I think back to my day 1 install. Rookie minicamp in the NFL. Texas, angle route. 49ers of the 80s, they were making hay with it then, and the running back's still doing it to this day.
And that tackle stops him after a solid gain. A nice 6-yard pickup. They're going to have 2nd and 4.
Okay, this is why coaches across all levels of football harp on the importance of good, fundamental tackling, not just to hear themselves talk. It's to make sure that when one of their guys has a chance to bring down a running back, they're able to do it and keep those plays from going any further.
And he's dropped just short of the marker, maybe a yard away.
Hey, we know running the ball in the NFL is hard, and that play pretty indicative of it. Here's the key, though. At the end of the game, those type of plays got to be in the minority, and the majority have got to do some damage.
Again, it's Cook. And they get there to take him down right around the 41. It's a pickup of 11. And that's good for a Cowboys 1st down.
Win the early back. Get a little leverage. Low man wins off the line, and that's all that was needed to ensure that 1st down right there.
This time it's a passing play. Connects on the crosser. And he takes it into the end zone for a Dallas touchdown. The Cowboys fighting back and shaving 6 off that lead. So sensational work by the skill man there, Brock. Anytime you can make your quarterback look that good, you know he appreciates it.
That's a quarterback's best friend, no question. But on the other side, gosh, defensively, you got to get that skill player down. Period. End of story. You can't give up that much yards after catch.
That one right down the middle. And the Cowboys cut the lead down to 10. That lead trimmed just a bit, down to 10 points now as the kick is up and away. This return starts at the 5. And he's out of bounds, approaching the 25, couple yards short at the 23. They're out and set, 1st and 10. Airing it out to start this drive. He gets it complete to Kenneth Walker. Give him 13 on that play. And it sets up Seattle with 1st down.
At that down and distance, this group was pretty confident the screen would get them enough yards for the first, and it did. And so long as it keeps working like that, I bet you it'll be a go-to play for them when they need it the next time.
Man in motion, headed right.
Damn, good block.
Along the outside, he crosses midfield. Then he heads out of bounds. Great pickup on that run. 16 yards on the play. And the Seahawks will have a first down. Throwing off the play fake here. He's got Devontae Smith. And they get this down roughly to the 34-yard line.
I may love watching a great thrower, but I love watching a well-done route too, Kate. Make that guy think you're trying to stack him only to drop your hips and cut right inside. Some good work to help reset those chains.
Here's 1st and 10 from the 34. Now it's a bootleg for him. Taken in by Smith. And he's brought down at the 17-yard line. Give him 18 yards on that play, Brock, and it gets him a first down.
From a great throw to a nice route and catch to moving the chains, there wasn't a whole lot not to like about that amazing play.
Still on the move, coming to the line for 1st and 10. Working inside the red zone. The shot to the end zone is incomplete.
You hear defensive coaches on every practice field we're on preach not giving up the big play, especially at the NFL level. They'll need to stay vigilant because they're definitely going to use that receiver to take the lid off this defense again.
Flushed out of the pocket.
What the fuck is you doing?
And he pushes all the way to the
This
goal line.
motherfucker
We're
Parsons
going to be out
turning
at the
his
1.
back.
That one goes for 15, and now they're going to have 1st and goal.
Well, I think he was looking for that running lane and that running room from the very start right there, partner. Even as he worked through his progression initially, he was waiting for space to open, and then he takes advantage with his legs.
4 downs now to get in. Here's 1st and goal. Walker. And he won't have the touchdown. He goes out a little short at the 2.
It ended up being a failure right up front. The entire play, when you get in these goal-to-go situation, hinges on that initial surge. It gives some credit to the defense. They win right there at the point of attack, and because of it, well, that play goes backwards.
Thankfully, not a big loss last play. They're at the 2, 2nd and goal. They're going play action.
Good save.
They're able to drop it. And the pressure drives them backwards.
I don't know why I didn't switch to the mouth for the closest to the QB. Let's get this pick.
Buckle up. It's 3rd and goal. Now they'll throw out of the gun. And even on 3rd down, he sees no choice other than to get rid of it. Not the play they wanted. It's going to be 4th down. Seahawks will try to kick as they send the field goal unit onto the field. This will be around a 33-yarder for him.
Okay, one of the areas that kickers and quarterbacks are similar, they want to get into rhythm, and no better way to feel good and get into that rhythm and start a game 2 for 2 as a kicker.
The kicking team ready for the Seahawks, and forward they run to send it away. He fields it from the 8. And he's brought down inside the 20 on an uneventful return. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. Lone back in the backfield, and they give it to him. And he scampers ahead and gets 2 on the carry.
You know, not a ton of yards, but still showing that commitment to the ground game. The type of run that keeps the defense from loading up in coverage and focusing entirely on that passing game.
8 yards to go. Let's see how they approach this second down. Back-to-back carries here. Room to work at the 35. And they'll finally get him at the 47-yard line. It's a 26-yard pickup there. And it'll be first down, Dallas. Now a give to Cook, running left.
Damn!
Cross the 50 and start pushing onto the opposing side of the field. Give him 5 on that carry, bringing up 2nd and 5.
Fans love the long ball in baseball. It's like they got the home run derby, but you know what? Talk to managers, and they will tell you small ball can win too. Singles and doubles, you add them up, you could win a lot of baseball games. Football coaches will tell you, you get runs of that length, it may not be a home run, it may not score points, but it can do some serious damage.
And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. He'll move the sticks after ripping off a gain of 28.
Good block.
Those unsung heroes, those big guys up front on the O-line, well, let's give them a little love right here, Kate. They don't always get the attention they deserve on a broadcast, but let me tell you, they played a huge role in that big old run.
On first down, they'll run. And he'll knife his way through for a pickup of 4.
You know, these are the kind of runs, Kate, that a balanced game plan and a balanced offense is built on. It gets you good yardage, it sets up your play action, and it keeps that defense honest.
They give it to him again. And not much for him there. He's down to the 15-yard line. They pick up 1 on the run. Need more, though. That takes him to 3rd and 5. We're to the 2-minute warning from AT&T. And it's the Cowboys with 3rd and 5. Throwing from the gun.
Damn!
It's another first half mistake. He's intercepted again.
He's gone, too.
The 50. The 30.
Damn,
He's
man.
at the 10. And he takes this one
my
back
God.
for the pick 6. Thrown at the depth where linebackers coming to play in coverage, partner. And sure enough, one of them jumps it and takes it to the house.
You say that. You know what I think about? I think about the depth finder on my fishing boat. You're absolutely right. This is where these linebackers love to lurk and could do some serious damage.
That one splits the uprights. And the Seahawks push the lead to 20.
Oh.
Well, Brock, hopefully some short memories on offense as they get it right back here on the kickoff after that pick 6. Fielded at the 14. He stopped on the return at the 27. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. Getting right back to it after that interception. And he's not quite that fast. Let him just a bit too much. That's incomplete. No luck finding his receiver that time. So 2nd down coming up.
I think if you look up in phase in the defensive encyclopedia, that is a picture-perfect form of it. He was all over him in coverage, really forcing the incompletion.
Cook trying this one up the gut. And he got it real close, but stopped just about a yard or so shy of that 1st down.
So much to like about that run, Kate, particularly what he was able to get out of it. The defense, I think, feels a little fortunate they were able to track him down before an even bigger run and crossing that 1st down marker.
Looking to throw on 3rd and 1. Has him on the quick hitter. And he goes out close to that 45-yard line. A 70-yard pickup, and it moves the chains.
You're not going to last long in the National Football League if you don't convert a good chunk of your 3rd downs. Nice find there to continue the series.
Throwing now on 1st down. Short pass caught by his tight end. And they push this down to the opposing 47-yard line. Offense in the hurry up here. From the 47. And the cover just too good there. Didn't find a throw that he was confident in, so just throws it away. 3rd down coming up. Now the shotgun give to Cook. And he's going to be brought down after reaching the 43. Now Dallas is going to call its 2nd timeout. And they still have one in their pocket for what's left of this half.
That is your old school meat and potatoes call right there. Don't even think about throwing it. Just rush it ahead and get what you need.
To the air now on 1st and 10. Too much lead on that throw. That falls incomplete ahead of his target. This one misses the tight end. And now they face 2nd down.
Well covered on that play. Really not a large window for him to sneak that throw in.
No dice on that prior pass. Here's 2nd down. Back to throw now. Short pass caught by his tight end. And he gets absolutely popped to end that one.
The goal of that little drag route is to get him for at least a minimal gain with space to add after that. That picked up a good chunk, and it was nearly a big play.
From the gun on 3rd down. Just got it away before the hit, but it doesn't matter. It's incomplete. 4th down coming up.
You need to buy your receivers enough time to get open along the route, and your quarterback enough time to find and hit them with the throw. When the line doesn't hold up, incompletions follow.
And this kick is good. He needed to get all of it there, and he did. And the deficit goes from 20 to 17.
A lot of them may make it look automatic, but you get this deep, and those field goals are far from a certainty. It took all his concentration, every bit of his strength, to send that puppy through.
Reed now to kick this one away. Has it at the 11. He stopped on the return at the 27. Down to 12 seconds before halftime as they come to the line. All right, keeping it simple. They're just going to call a give right up the middle. And he's going to bring it up to the 40-yard line before he stopped. Just before halftime, we get a timeout taken.
Now, don't think for a second they're going to slow down the tempo. Defense on their heels. And right now is the best chance to go push that envelope and get aggressive.
New slated downs to approach here from the 40. Going to the ground again on 1st. And he pushes forward, but they don't get much there. Just before halftime, we get a timeout taken. One last play before the break. Staying with Walker. And he stopped on a nice gain on what is the final play of this first half. So that's the halfway point of this edition of the NFL on EA Sports. Brock and I will be back right after this.
And while this is going on, let's take a look at the flower that we have flying currently. Now, as soon as I set the plant down, I prefer a temperature and humidity of 65 where I leave the first week. Now, 2 days prior to trimming, I do like to bring the humidity down, making it easier for me to trim. But like I just mentioned,
back from the break, I'm Kate Scott, joined by Brock Heward, and we are just moments away from the beginning of our second half.
All right, let me get my motherfucking shit back in position, baby.
Avoiding that hay smell, which is terrible in the plant. On average, I've noticed that my flowers take around
Reed now to kick this one away.
To dry. And it is then when I bring out the
return starts from the goal line. They stop him right as he gets up past the 15.
When using a class as a discount code, and I will be leaving the link to the buzz in the description below.
Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. Running left, here's Walker. He breaks the tackle. And he'll get it out to the 34 before he's tracked down.
How's these motherfuckers turning?
Play good for 17 on a 1st down.
Kate, I know you can see that smile on my face as we stand next to each other. Sure, I love that run. But I'm thinking about some great running backs. In fact, Corey Dillon, who created a lot of negative grades on my play sheet because I didn't want to carry out no fake. I wanted to watch the damage he could do like we just saw.
Nothing there left side as it ends up incomplete.
That is normally a gimme for this offense, these short throws. The defense, they had just enough influence on that play to force the incompletion.
Couldn't connect on 1st, it's 2nd down. Walker running to the right. And the defense is all over this one for a big loss. Gotta figure out this 3rd down here. Setting up a throw. And that one hits the deck. No fear from them trying to go deep on
damn,
down.
he's wide open.
Don't love the fact they couldn't connect. 4th down coming up. Seahawks bringing out the punt team. Only punted once in last week's loss, and he gets this one away. And the punt team downs this one just inside the 40. The Cowboys have it in great field position as they come up to the line, 1st and 10. Here's the handoff. What a hit! He gets flattened to the ground.
I'm not kidding you, Kate. A run of that length at the NFL level, honestly, is the equivalent of a run of 15+ at the high school level. It's hard in the run game to make yards, and they just got a very successful one.
Trying it left side with Cook. And he'll be brought down a step or two shy in midfield. They're going to mark him at the 48. 3 yards there and enough to move the chains. 1st and 10, ball set up at the 48. Hand off to the back. And he won't win the race to the outside. That run's bottled up at the line. Moving quickly, trying to get set again. 2nd and 10 now. Completed to his running back. And he drives this across midfield and down into enemy territory.
That's a defense's goal, right, Kate? Just get us to 3rd down so we can have a chance to get off the field. And that was a good adjustment on that stop in particular, when the back ended up being the target, and they were able to keep him short of the sticks.
3rd and 4 coming up now. They'll throw it.
This
Defender arrives
motherfucker
right as the ball
dropped it.
does, and the hit
Going
knocks
for
it
that
free. Incomplete. Working across the middle, Brock, it is tough for anybody to make plays through all that mess, even when you're the biggest and baddest pass catcher on the roster.
But as a tight end, you're going to be disappointed because that's what you're paid to do. It's one thing for those undersized receivers you talk about. It's another one for these big tight ends. You are paid to make that catch through contact, and you couldn't do it.
And they won't
This
do it. That
motherfucker
ball's
is dropping
incomplete
it.
on 4th down.
Damn, you
Hey, I
motherfucker.
am all for aggression. You get 4 downs, go for it. But I do have to wonder here, Kate, after being denied once again, is there going to be a trust level on that sidelines to go for it the next time they get this shot?
They go play action on 1st. Has it downfield, working the left.
Sad,
There it is.
fellas.
Touchdown,
That's sad.
Seattle.
Good
The
day, girl.
Seahawks could push this to a 4-score game as they take a 23-point lead. And that right there, Brock, is a touchdown I think our fellow broadcaster Greg Olson would be proud of. A big strike to the tight end that I don't think a lot of receivers could have pulled off and make it look as easy.
You know, a lot of times you're splitting hairs talking about the differences between tight ends and receivers at this level because a lot of those guys, they work the same route tree and they move with the football, well, just like their receiver teammates. And they could score some lengthy touchdowns too, just like he showed off.
That one right down the middle. And the Seahawks make it a 24-point ball game.
He is a first-time grower and is probably about to harvest over 4 pounds in his 4x8 tent.
The kicking team ready for the Seahawks, and forward they run to send it away. Kick taken in here at the 17. And he's walloped just as he gets across the 25. What a hit. He's down shy of the 30. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10. Give now to the running
This
back.
motherfucker
They've
tearing
got
that
him behind the
nigga up.
line for a big loss.
This is one of those plays that I wish we had the huddle mic'd up, Kate, because I can assure you that offensive line in their own way is telling that running back, sorry, we did not give you any chance.
And now, friends,
Offense to the line for 2nd down.
of a first-time grower that is a member to
Shotgun handoff now to Cook. And he'll get it out to the 34 before he's tracked down.
I got to really rack my brain, Kate, to remember a play, a run in this league that nice. It doesn't end up getting an offensive first down. He did all he could to will this drive forward.
Chance to move the chains here on 3rd and 4.
having a grow series.
Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. You go middle of the field against zone coverage, Brock. You know this firsthand. You are throwing into rush hour, and there aren't a lot of easy completions to be found in that part of the field.
Yeah, and a lot of those throws, Kate, you're signing your guy up to take some sort of hit. It's on you to protect your guys. Credit that defense for flying around and making the play.
They're going for this. They connect for the first. And he's going to be brought down at the 42. That's a clutch 7-yard pickup, and it pays off the call to go for it on 4th down.
Oh, so close to getting off the field. But the 4th down conversion keeps that defense out there. That was their shot to end this possession, to sit on the bench, to get their breath. But now they're going to have to buckle down and force another 4th down.
Back to pass on 1st and 10.
Damn!
Brother, it's another interception. Rick Woolen with the INT. And the Seahawks get the football as he makes his third interception of this season.
There's some serious self-scouting going on right now. What is this quarterback not seeing that has led to these 3 interceptions in just this game? And then overall, what is this offense doing that has this defense clued in coverage-wise to every route combination they're trying to throw?
That will do it.
Turn the system on and off. Pretty much automate everything inside the 10.
Markers reset, ball at the 37.
And we're going to be testing the Ion Board S44 Grover for the first time. I've already made in-depth videos.
They'll throw to begin this drive. And he's got it down to the 30 before going out.
When there's heat, that blitz coming off the snap, that QB's eyes, you could see it right away. He got to his check down in a hurry. But, Kate, here's the key. Quarterback and running back have to be on the same page. The two were right there, and it netted some positive yards.
And there's a man there. It's intercepted. Trayvon Diggs has got it. And the Cowboys will take over as he records his first interception of our season.
And what a huge bonus on top of the takeaway. Not only did you steal the possession, but you immediately, Kate, flip this field and give your teammates a golden opportunity to punch it in for 6. And if they score quickly, well, to put that opposing offense right back out there, still reeling from that interception.
Got it off that interception, Brock. Let's see if they can pay that off with points. Here's first and goal. They'll try and punch it in. Crosses the goal line for the Dallas touchdown. The Cowboys parlay the interception into points. Well, Brock, this one has not been good to them so far, but they are still fighting and able to get in there for 6.
Just a drive that was all about scratching and clawing. As much as anything, Kate, it was just a pride drive to go and get your job done.
The Cowboys offense remains on the field. They're going to line up and go for 2 here.
Now, usually when you're setting up your flower pot, you would put hydrogen pebbles at the bottom of it. What the air base allows you to do is to skip that. You can just use the air base.
He's throwing for it! And he goes out of bounds. Wow, major miscue there, and they're not going to get 2.
Damn. Motherfucker.
Reed now to kick this one away. Returning it from the 4. And he gave it his best to get to the 25, just a step or 2 short of it. He's out along the 24-yard line. They're out and set, first and 10. Interception last drive doesn't deter them. They're going right back to the air. Catch is made down the right sideline. And he's out of bounds after pushing just past the 40. That play goes for 19 and a new set of downs.
Part of the reason I leave you pregame, Kate, and get down to that field and watch these guys throw and catch is I want to see their timing. I want to see their anticipation. That is picture perfect right there. A crossing route thrown that quickly tells me these two are on the same page.
And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a first down. They strike for 23 yards. And it sets up Seattle with first down.
Those outside runs so critical for running back, quarterback, O-line to hit their targets. They got a target area to expose that defense and make the most of it. And that offense just put on display some teaching tape for it.
Completed left side to Smith. big gain, 14 on the play. And the Seahawks will have a first down.
That is what elite offenses are all about. Why worry about 3 downs when you need only 1? Move the chains in one play and keep driving that defense backwards.
From the red zone now. And oh, someone stepped in. It's intercepted. Justin Reed has the INT. And the Cowboys are going to have it after his second interception of the season.
Oh, coaches just love that effort right there. Instantly, as he made the pick, everybody was looking for a block and doing their part to set up the return. And I know it pales in comparison to giving up the turnover, but how about the effort on the other side to track him down and stop a potential pick 6? I think everybody deserves a little credit on the field for that effort.
Halfway there on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
A humble 5 to 6 yard gain on the ground. Not a huge gain, not a game-changing play by any means, but one that keeps you on schedule and takes some of the starch out of that front 7.
Here's 2nd and 5. An all-around tough play for him. He took a shot on the release, and it definitely affected the throw. It's incomplete.
And this is why scouts talk about a player's closing speed, Kate. You know, once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball. It takes a player who can close quickly to get to him before it's released. And that sure altered the throw.
Shotgun now on 3rd down. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. Nice work by the defense on that drive, Brock, as it looks like they're going to get off the field here with a 3 and out.
Yeah, kept them from generating any sort of momentum to give this drive legs. We know offenses, they've got to see the chains move to get it going. That forcible hit knocked the ball loose.
He connects downfield on 4. And they're going to haul him down just shy of the 40. They hit for 16 yards on 4th down, and a drive we all thought had stalled out is going to carry on.
This entire play, Kate, depends on how well he can separate from his man. You get man-to-man coverage, it's really about 2 things: separation and trust. Because QBs want to throw it before he breaks. That's the trust. And then they got to believe that that separation can create the big play.
Good fucking D.
So they opt for the shorter pass later in the progression on that play, Brock, but man, the defense took that away too.
Well, what they tell us yesterday in those production meetings, nothing comes easy. No easy completions, from shots down the field to those checkdowns to the running back. Wanted to make this offense earn everything. They just did.
So after the incompletion, here comes the 2nd down call. Straight ahead, here's Cook. Into the 2nd level past the 30. And he gets this one down to the 27. They gain 14 on the play. And that's good for a Cowboys first down. Again, it's Cook. And his effort results in maybe 2 yards, but nothing more. Offense up to the line fast. From the 25 on 2nd down. Oh, no, they get him yet again. And the Seahawks are going to have it after his 2nd interception of the season. Well, Brock, if you like defense, you are loving what you're seeing right now. Consecutive drives that have ended in interceptions. It's become a real defensive battle.
Well, let's see here, Kate. We got 1, we got 2. Do I hear a 3rd interception in a row? I'll tell you this right now. These defenders, they are squashing that thought that defenders are offensive guys with bad hands, because they're making it happen, taking the ball away.
And he's out of bounds beyond the 35-yard line. Give him around 6. That's going to make it 2nd and 4.
This is a guy who, man, when he is in a group, when he is feeling it, you're just not going to bring him down with an arm tackle. You better buckle up. You need a textbook tackle on this guy. Wrap, grab some cloth, and drive him to the ground with all you got. And he's caught behind the line for a loss.
We'll see what they come up with for third down in just a bit. We've reached the end of 3. It's not quite over yet, but it took a pretty miraculous comeback. We've got a 3-score game as we get set to start the 4th quarter.
The plants are in the stretch period, and as they're continuing to grow and slip, we want to tuck them underneath the trellis because we're trying to get break size on every single stretch. That's how we can increase our yield. Not only will the trellis help us spread out the branches so that we get good penetration, but also by putting the break size in.
Let's see what they draw up on this 3rd and 7.
We're going to have awesome yield and also have an even canopy, which you guys know you have an even canopy.
Throwing off the play fake here.
Wow.
That's
What the
caught for
fuck
the
is y'all
first.
doing?
And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. He finds 37 yards on the play to move those chains.
You know, Kate, we often talk about flipping the field in special teams, right? A kick return, a good punt. Well, an explosive play like that does the exact same thing. Look at the difference in field position. By hitting on that shot, you've totally flipped the field and the tone of this drive.
Walker on 1st down. And he's brought down by a collective effort there. Only 1 yard on the carry.
The one thing I could say positive about the execution of that play is at least he didn't go backwards.
They'll come to the line here, 2nd and 9. Throwing now off play action. Kittle brings it in. And he's going to be out of bounds right along the 20.
When you see play action, do all you can to get your eyes to the tight end, because that's their bread and butter. That play action gives him time off the line, helps chip a rusher, or even helps sell that fake. And then when he releases, he gets out, he gets some leverage. He gets to that edge before the defender can cover him.
Off the play fake, he's going to throw. Cut near the goal line. And he's brought down after a nice gain and a 1st down.
You know, they call that the money down for a reason, because you're just simply not going to last long in the NFL if you don't convert a good portion of your 3rd downs. It's the money down. And nice to see them roll the dice and continue the series.
This offense in position now. It's 1st and goal. Now an inside give to Walker. Crosses the goal line. Touchdown, Seattle. The Seahawks put up even more points in a win. Kenneth Walker, the touchdown. His 3rd of the game on the ground. That one splits the uprights. And the Seahawks continue piling on to this lead. The kicking team ready for the Seahawks, and forward they run to send it away. Return coming from the 14. Now bottle him up as he gets the return to the 30. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10.
All I'm doing is just making sure that they continue to have water, pH 6.5. All right, guys, so it's day 28.
Trying to shake off the interception. He's looking to throw. Throw left side, complete. The 40. Keeps himself upright. And he takes it into the end zone for a Dallas touchdown. The Cowboys making the scoreboard look a touch better. That is as efficient as an offense can be. One play, 70 yards, and 6 points, Brock. They can save the rest of the plays they had prepared for their next series.
Rest of the plays? Why even call a different one? I mean, that one hit the sweet spot on the barrel and got out of the yard in a hurry. Perfect call to catch him sleeping to start that drive.
That one right down the middle. And the Cowboys make it an 18-point game. Looks like the Seahawks are able to recover that kick. Well, I guess they kind of had to do it here, Brock.
Yeah, it's called a have to. Yeah, kind of have to at this point in the game, huh?
Okay, but like most things in this game, it did not work out for them.
Yeah, let's face it, even if they do recover that, probably not going to find a way to win. But this is a time where you work on things, where you do build to the following week. Got to find a way to flush this because it's just not been their kind of game.
They give up the gut to Walker. And that's good yardage with a new set of downs.
You know, the elite running backs in this league, they don't just see what's right in front of them. You set up big runs like this because they see what's behind them. That's called extraordinary vision and extra yards.
They'll come up 1st and 10. Design bootleg here. He rolls to his right. Has it at the 7. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a 1st down. Give him 24 on that play. And that will set up 1st and goal. Working inside the red zone. Headed out right. Well, the pressure nearly got to him, but still a good play defensively as that one falls incomplete.
Well, he needed another second to deliver the throw he wanted to. You got to give a lot of credit that time, Kate, to the pass rush for getting in and forcing him to dish it before he was ready.
Handoff running left, Walker. And he's in for the touchdown. The Seahawks keep adding to that 4th quarter lead. Kenneth Walker, the touchdown. That one splits the uprights. And the Seahawks grow their lead yet again. The kicking team ready for the Seahawks, and forward they run to send it away. Brings in the kick at the 9. Big shot at the end of that return as he gets it just past the 20. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10.
If you look here, you can see where all the leaves are having this issue where they're burning around the ends. If you look throughout the canopy, you'll see that all the leaves have this. This even started happening in other drives.
They'll come out throwing. Ooh, he got hit as he was throwing, and unsurprisingly, it falls incomplete. 2nd down coming up.
You know, that was a play, Kate, right there where you need to buy your receivers just enough time to get open along their routes. And your quarterback enough time to find and hit him with the throw. Time? Well, that's not what he had. O-line couldn't hold up, and it forces the incompletion.
No dice on that prior pass. Here's 2nd down. Back to throw. And he just got it away before the hit, but the pass winds up incomplete. It's going to be 3rd down.
You know, when we were growing up in the backyard, we call them alligators. 1 alligator, 2 alligator, 3 alligator. He needed another alligator in order to get that ball off. Credit the defense for forcing the incompletion.
So after that prior incompletion, we've got 3rd down.
For so long, he ended up being like 5.4, 5.5. But you guys know it's 2
Shotgun snap, looking to throw.
Damn.
And they pick him off again. Picked off by Devin Witherspoon. And the Seahawks will take over as he records his 1st interception of our season. The team total is now up to 5, Brock. 5 times they've picked this this offense off.
Say it a third time for me, Kate, would you? Twist the knife for all the fans of this offense watching at home.
5 interceptions in one game. You just got to marvel at how well they played in coverage from start to finish.
Yeah, this goes beyond marveling. This goes to best case scenario in their game plan. This is one of those special games where absolutely everything is clicking. These defenders are seeing the entire field in perfect 20/20 vision.
And he'll get down to the 21-yard line before he stopped. Just a little short, but still a 9-yard pickup. That's going to bring up 2nd and 1.
That does not show up on any explosive stat sheet, but let me tell you, Kate, that's the real deal right there. You run for that kind of yardage consistently in the NFL, you do set yourself up for success.
This is Walker on 2nd. Finds a big lane. And he has this all the way down to the 14-yard line. He manages a gain of 8 there. And it sets up Seattle with 1st down.
You know, Coach gets in that QB's headset, probably told his offense and his QB, listen, I don't want to see a 3rd down on this possession. Or something kind of like that. Whatever version he told him, it worked.
All set up now for 1st and 10. A give up the gut to Bigsby. And he's able to get it to the 2 before the stop. It's a real solid pickup, 12 yards, and it rewards him with a 1st and goal.
You call that 1st down running play. You don't always expect to get those kind of yards, but they'll take that every single time.
For the 3rd time today, we see them setting up for a field goal. This is a chip shot from the left hash. And it is good. No problems there on the shorter attempt. And that gives them a 28-point advantage.
Yet another shot across the bow of a ship that's already sinking here, Kate. He could have made that field goal. Heck, he could have turned around and kicked it directly at his coach because it feels like they've got this one in hand.
Return starts at the 9. And in the end, he's able to get it to what used to be a touchback. It's at the 25 after the return. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10.
Let's enjoy this footage that I got. Check it out.
Cook trying this one up the gut. And he gets up for a gain of about 4.
They'll come away happy getting that type of output on most. Sign, well, they're getting some good push up front, and this running back is seeing the lanes and paying them off.
2nd and 6 coming up here. First throw for the backup now. An all-around tough play for him. He took a shot on the release, and it definitely affected the throw. It's incomplete.
That is a DB's best friend, pressure. That pressure earned that incompletion. They came in before he could find a target and hit him to alter that last-second attempt to get rid of it.
Throw on 3rd down.
Get the fuck out of here, man.
And the Seahawks get the football as he makes his 3rd interception of this season. All right, and for those of you keeping score at home, that is the 6th. Yes, I said the 6th time they've intercepted it this game.
And I'm glad you repeated that, Kate, really, because I think a lot of people watching might have heard 6th and assumed they were wrong. That is a staggering total for any defense in any single game, and it doesn't come without every member of their defense doing their job. Even the ones without the stats and the interceptions, they've done their part in pressure, they've done their part in coverage, and they've done their part to put together one of the best defensive days I've ever seen.
And that's good yardage there with a new set of downs to boot.
I've never had a trouble with that in the past, but I have seen growers have to
Offense set for a 1st and 10.
especially when you're growing these big, long ditch buds like you see right here. But enough talking for me. Let's go ahead and harvest these 4 ladies.
Fullback dive up the gut. And he's able to bring this one down to the 4-yard line. It's a solid 7-yard pickup on 1st down. Now they're going to have 2nd and 3.
Well, the big guy gets him some positive yardage in close. It's not that the defense didn't expect run. I just don't think they expected him to be the one running it.
A familiar sight in this contest, Brock. He's out there again for another field goal try. A pretty automatic look for him from the left. And it is good. No problems there on the shorter attempt. And a fairly insurmountable lead grows by 3 more.
In that close, in the red zone, you know they're upset they couldn't finish the drive with the touchdown. It's only half the points, but at least there's something to show for the possession.
Needed a little more to reach the landing zone, so give them the ball at the 40-yard line. And this drive is going to have some great starting field position as a result of that short kick. New slated downs to approach here from the 40.
If you do that, you'll have a 10 to 14
Right up the gut. And he's brought down for a loss.
These edge defenders in the league today, Kate, they've got so much on their list to do. A huge to-do list. They got to get to the passer, they got to set an edge, and they got to stop that run game, not just on the end of the line, but in that case, right in the middle of the field.
All right, here we go. 2nd down.
I cut them off because I'm trimming up those by hand. You guys know I've been using my trim bowl lately, but for all the top dip buds, I'm trimming all those up by hand. There was a lot of them. Everything else that was on the stem, be it those airy buds or any buds that felt really soft, I just slid that off the stem right on the trim bowl.
They give it to him again.
Why didn't you make the block,
today,
bro?
he stopped at the line of
What the
scrimmage.
fuck was that?
He didn't get anything on that run, so struggles on the ground, leaving them with 3rd and long.
You want to see the term read and react with a little video in the football dictionary? That's it.
And the Seahawks adding an extra DB here. 3rd down coming. Back to throw, it's Lance. Has him on the quick hitter. He finds him 16 yards and a new set of downs.
I'm not sure how this defense let that guy slip through him like that. On 3rd down, nonetheless, he took that snap as an opportunity. Man, did he make an impact play.
Ball on the 45, 1st and 10.
Blaster, sit. Come on, set. Set.
Throwing is Lance. A lot of guys there, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Devin Witherspoon. And the Seahawks take over. Not an interception by the reigning Defensive Player of the Year. Well, we left career day behind a couple of turnovers ago, Brock.
Yep.
7 interceptions in one game. This is up there as one of the best collective performances that we've ever seen from a team in pass coverage.
There has not been one route today, Kate, not a receiver, specific play, that this defense has not been able to lock down this game. What we're seeing now is something we could legitimately go decades without ever being seen done again.
The Seahawks in good field position to start this drive off as they head up to the line. 1st and 10. First play of the drive. Here's Walker. And they'll make the stop up at the 46-yard line. Give them a few yards on that run. It's 2nd and 7. So the Seahawks take this one on the road.
Disgusting display for us. We'll be back next time. It's all good. Fuck it.
So you see I have 4 jars. It was 1 jar for each plant. Let's add up 2 jars at a time and then add it to the dense buds. So you can see these 2 jars right here is 70.3 grams. Now I'm going to do the same thing. Weigh up the last 2 jars. And we got 69.7 grams. So if we add everything up to get the final yield, we got 429.5 grams for our top buds